I wasn't aware he was coming, but we have one of those backup generators, and it doesn't get used tons, but when it's needed, it automatically turns itself on. You don't have to do anything with it. And I didn't do any service to it last year, so I called the guy earlier this summer, and I didn't forget about it, but he said, oh, it'll probably be, you know, October, November. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So he ended up showing up today and changed the oil, did this, did that, do all kinds of stuff, and so now the generator should be all set for the winter. Because of course it's, you know, you always forget about it. Beautiful, no problem, and then all of a sudden it's like freezing cold, and then you remember, oh right, the generator needed service, or the oil changed, or whatever. Sort of like your wipers on your windshield wipers. But that one's all set. Right now I'm headed down to the Agway store because I've got to, since it's been canning up, all of a sudden the tomatoes are just like going full tilt, all kinds of things like that happening. And she says, oh, I can't find any. So I called up the Agway place, and they were like, oh yeah, we've got pint jars, quart jars. So I got to pick those up. I got to drop off some coffee because there's a ice rink is having, you know, they weren't open because of COVID, and they're going to open up again, hopefully. So hopefully I'm giving them 4 bags of coffee to raffle off. It's a silent auction. Hopefully they make enough money and they can get things up, back and running, and go from there. Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I need to drill.
So we're back in Vermont. We were in Maine at a wedding. It was just a one day. That picture video that you saw was over in Norway, Maine. Really an incredible place. Some people built it, I guess a few years ago, right at the top of this mountain hill. The views are unbelievable. And I guess after they built it and got it all done, unfortunately the husband died. So the wife and I think a son do this wedding venue thing, and they've got this incredible post and beam barn up there, and it was really a nice place. The wedding went well, but we had the 3 grandchildren, so we drove over in the morning, about 2.5, 3 hours that way, and then went to the wedding, did all that kind of stuff, and then drove back. So it was a long day, but it was good. It's done. It's our son-in-law's sister. So the wedding's done, and this week, let's see, kids were sick, Sid's sick. I'm hoping I don't get it. And it's raining, but I'm out delivering coffee. I've got to deliver coffee, and then I've never had the issue before, but I have to do some work on the septic tank. The house has 3 vents, but the 3 vents seem to not, I don't know, adequately. The guy who came over said, yeah, every house is different. So I've got to put this vent off the tank. You've probably seen it. It comes up and makes like a upside down U off a pipe. And that vents it so the pressure can't build up in there. I don't know, it's just weird, but... So that's next on my list. Well, it looks like I made the right decision. I had debated before I left whether I was going to take the motorcycle to deliver coffee and get the little parts I needed. And I said, I think I better not. Guess that was a good decision. Got coffees dropped off to different people. One of them just paid me. The other one I know is not home. And I picked up hopefully the parts that I need to put the vent in for the septic tank, and hopefully that's the root of its problem. I mean, it happens generally after about a year, and then if you pump the tank out, it's perfectly fine again. So it was just luck that the cover was off, and which left a little bit of a pressure gap. And all of a sudden, I guess it worked perfectly fine. So, I guess that's the solution. It just needs a little different venting. Why it takes the better part of a year before it gets that way, I really don't know. Maybe there's gases that build up, and after a year, that gas can't be released, or it doesn't have any place to go, or there's too much. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I got this vent. It's got a charcoal thing in it. I don't think it's super odd, otherwise they wouldn't have these things. Well, rainy afternoon. I think tomorrow, I don't know, I might get some other stuff. I've got to go pick up granddaughter, bring her to dance class. Then I'll be back to, well, I got to stop to get some groceries. Sid needs some things at the store. And then I might get to put that vent thing together. We'll see if it stops raining or is lightly raining, that kind of thing. Whatever. If not, then I'll do that tomorrow. But tomorrow I think is supposed to be relatively good. So I'm hoping to get tomatoes picked, corn picked. What else have I got? Carrots can sit, beets can sit. Got some groundwork. I need to pull in the pumpkins and the rest of the little bits and pieces of squash that have to be done. And then I need to stop up the street because I want to get another 50 yards of manure brought over so I can get that spread. The garlic showed up, by the way. So there's 20 pounds of garlic sitting in the mudroom that'll be ready anytime. But I don't want to put it in too early because if you put it in too early, it'll start to sprout and it really won't do very well. There's kind of like a fine line with garlic. If you put it in too early, it tries to grow now, and if you put it in too late, it doesn't have enough time to set its roots. So I'm thinking a couple weeks still. So today I'm gonna go out. I've got to go out, and I'm headed to Firefly Farm to deliver coffee. They have a CSA program, and they have people who get coffee as part of their, vegetable package. So I bring them those on Tuesday. I've got Libby's Meat Market Lyndonville. I haven't heard from them, so I don't know, because they're closed on Sunday and Monday. So I don't usually hear from them until Tuesday, and then depending on how much they've sold, I have to bring it back, bring back new stuff. And we started something last week with them, which was adding ground coffee, because it could be, and so far it has been, that people coming through there are on vacation or whatever, and they don't have a grinder. So this way, it's not the greatest situation having ground coffee, but it's better than not. I mean, you know, it's not one of those things that I prefer to sell ground coffee. No, I don't, because it's lost a lot of its flavors, like 15 minutes after I grind it. But for those people who don't have access to a grinder as such, better than nothing. I put that vent in that I told you about yesterday, so I'll show you that after. It's a relatively simple device. Hopefully it does the job. Just dropped coffee off the farm, and I wondered when it was going to end. I knew it was going to end fairly soon, the CSA, and actually next Tuesday will be the last day. So then what happens with that one, which I'm not really sure, is that the people who, I'm hoping, the people who have been getting coffee all summer as part of their CSA will continue getting coffee, and one way or the other, either stop by or I'll bring it to them, or you know, something, because hopefully they've gotten used to drinking good coffee and want to continue that. But I have no way to tell right now.